This ain't about the Lakers, Vince. This is about no one respecting you. Not one fan in there gave a f about you since that trade. They had a funeral for this man. They've been talking about firing. Every time you hear fire Nico, you know they're not happy with you being there. You got hurt the first game.
Gilbert Arenas goes off on Anthony Davis. Check out what he had to say, and then I'll come back with my comments.
So let's talk about AD a little bit. So as I mentioned,
for what?
Show AD love. He helped bring a championship to LA, man.
No, I mean as a champion for the Los Angeles Lakers, cool.
Come on, man. We can't do AD like that.
But I mean, just as a basketball player for the Dallas Mavericks, I'm sorry to tell you, you failed the assignment.
No.
Last night.
What?
It was your chance to win. They're screaming another name in here. They got flags all through the motherfucker. It wasn't
Slovenian flags.
It wasn't an American flag. It was not a Dallas, Texas flag. It was his country flag. It was your chance, your spotlight to show the Dallas Maverick fans you ain't no bum. You gonna bring them something, and nobody's even noticed you.
I hear what he's saying with that. At first, I didn't know where he was going with this, didn't know his angle. But yeah, AD, he missed a chance to really take over. Even though Luka, he's pretty much like a legend in Dallas, was only there for about 7 years, but still, people didn't know he was leaving. I don't even think he knew he was leaving. You seen how emotional he was. So even if AD played great, I'm not sure that's going to take away from Luka night. But he didn't rise to the occasion, and he missed out on the opportunity for the media to talk about him. He should have put up a 50 burger, 50 points versus Luka's 45. And who knows, they may have even met in the playoffs. But by AD just, playing regular, not playing like himself, even though he's coming back from injury, I hear what Gil is saying. It makes sense.
I mean, that's tough.
Their hero came in the building.
Yeah, it's
their hero. You were supposed to want to be the one that killed that man out.
He should have did it when they came here.
No. He didn't. All the other superheroes on break. I'm the only one here in the front.
Yeah.
I gotta hold them off as long as I can, and I can't run. So at this point, it's like I gotta sit my sword in there. I gotta sit my sword down.
Cardio.
Yeah, they about to whoop my ass tonight. But hey, I'm gonna let Kyrie know I stood my ground though. 13, 11, and 6 in the game. Only 4 points in the first half. LeBron took the challenge of guarding Davis and proceeded to lock up his former teammate. For all the situations going on, we saw the interview with Mark Spears that AD said, so they say about the trade. People said they didn't know, so they say to come in, and now LeBron, who 40 years old, you're 22, a lot of people question his defensive acumen to accept that challenge. I'm guarding AD.
No, we can't do that.
If you're AD, you get locked up by LeBron, your best friend, the person that pretty much owns you as far as Clutch Sports. I know Rich Paul is the face, but still, let's be real. LeBron is Clutch Sports, so you pretty much got destroyed by your boss. And he may even trade you and knew about it. I think there's some energy going on with AD and LeBron. Yeah, they say they're cool. They may have shook hands before. I know AD walked off from the court after shaking everybody's hand, so it may be some, media trolls going on, but still, AD feels a certain way by being traded from LA and looks like he's still in his feelings. He didn't feel like playing that night.
Yeah, he's doing it. He's doing it.
I think AD
he's doing it. He's doing it. Live on TV, he just did it. Your guy, he just did that. He did it confidently. What did I do? Point out the game that we watched?
Confidently, he
point out the game that we watched? Defensive accolades, and all that. What?
Yo, but why would you think AD would show up like that in a game like that when he wasn't doing it for the Lakers?
Damn.
Because
when
when Dallas came to LA,
right. He ain't play.
Right, he didn't play. Luka had a triple-double, right? People missed that.
In 19, 15, and 12, something.
He had a triple-double. And then their hero is coming back home. So that means everybody's looking at you like why did we trade him? Like, we traded him for you. This is your chance.
Nah, I think AD.
Like when they sent Shaq to Miami, when Shaq was coming back to Miami, who you think was the best motherfucker on the court?
You mean when Shaq came back to LA?
When Shaq came back to LA.
During Christmas?
The who sent them gone?
Kobe.
Of course. I sent this home. He coming back, I got something for him.
I guess AD ain't really got it in him like that. Yeah, he's a cool complimentary player, but he's not a player as of right now that's going to explode for about 40 points versus like a team where he has to. Would have been a great opportunity. Would have been cool to see, but I don't know if the Mavs, they're going to really play the Lakers in the playoffs. It would be a sight to see. Luka going back home for at least 3 games, possible 7-game series. Again, don't know if that would really happen. Could be a dream. You only got Clay, AD, and a couple other players. I don't even think they even make it that far, but still, AD, you missed out on the opportunity to really cement yourself with the fan base. They're going to be chanting to the front office to get you traded. The fan base knows that they got an injured, riddled player, and they want you out of their franchise immediately.
That's what Andrew
Get him out of here.
I got something for him.
2 different mentalities.
But that's what I'm saying.
Different mentalities.
Because he knew he was on demon time. I can tell you for a fact, Shaq and Wade had a problem because of that. Because Wade took the challenge. And Shaq was like, nah, man, this is my hometown.
I think
They had a conversation. That was the thing where Gary Payton had to come in and say, we're going to follow young boy.
You didn't trade for AD. You made a trade and you got AD.
Yeah.
But that's how the trade gets done.
You got AD.
But all you did was get AD.
Listen,
We got that.
because you couldn't get anything else in this silent, private, secret trade. So AD has nothing to do with this trade. Even when it comes to Dallas coming here trying to prove to Dallas something, I don't have, because I have nothing to do with this. I'm here because I'm here. But he might not even be healthy right now. 100%. He might not. He's showing up because he's the last line of defense.
So as a but what about a
No, that makes sense. Good point, Barbershop McCants. AD isn't feeling well right now, coming back from injury, but still to have 13 points, he shouldn't have played if that was the case. If you know that you're not 100%, but you're like the last line of defense. If you're AD, you already miss games all the time anyways. What's one more game? They only came there to see Luka anyways. No one really cared about AD versus LeBron or anything like that. We already know how that's going to turn out, but still, the night was about Luka. If you were injured, hobbling, wasn't yourself, talk to the coaching staff. Look, man, I don't want to embarrass myself on TV, national televised game. I'm going to go ahead and sit this one out, and I'll see him next year. Or as a matter of fact, just trade me now. Who cares?
a competitor as a basketball player?
He's showing up because he's the last line of defense.
Showing up.
It don't matter.
Right, so I know, but if the Lakers trade me, if the Lakers trade AD, and they just getting rid of you like that, would you want to
come in and expect me to be Luka?
No,
But he's just as blindsided as Luka by that deal, though, right?
Yes.
I'm
That's
saying.
what I'm saying.
13?
But he don't have a revenge
30 and
thing.
13.
He's not playing for revenge. He's literally looking at the situation like, I kind of hope Luka
I think AD
do his
last
thing
night
tonight.
was like, they not playing for nothing. This my homie LeBron. I'm playing around with him during the game.
All that
Just
man, that's why I'm like, this was a bull.
I'm just out here.
But is that the right mentality to have in that situation?
It happens.
No, of
yes,
course
it
not.
happens. Yes, it happens.
Especially with the buddy league we got now. They been buddy. He flipped him off before the game, didn't he?
But that's his buddy, but he also
Did you see how they was
alluded
guarding
to his
each
buddy
other?
knowing
So
he got
you
to
think
trade.
LeBron James
The
can actually
Lakers?
guard AD?
This ain't about the Lakers.
In an extended amount of time, I doubt it. But
If AD really like, I'm gonna get Bron on this block and I'm lunch meat.
but
You got to give AD.
in the game that we saw last night where it happened, 13, 11, and 6.
I mean, AD,
Yeah, AD looked like he probably didn't want to be there. He didn't really care about the night. He knew it was Luka's night. He knew he didn't have it in him, and he was like, you know what? Let's just get this over with. I don't want to have this feeling every time I go against Luka when he comes to Dallas. So I get it, but still, you're a professional player. You're on the court. You're expected to ball out, but maybe AD still hurt. And again, speak up. Don't play, but it's just going to make you look a little bad with the fan base, and they're looking for a savior for Luka. Luka's gone. Who do they turn to? Kyrie, he's out. Clay's not himself. AD's pretty much there. They're supposed to build a team around AD now, but after that game, a lot of people are scratching their head. The fan base, they're going to go off on Nico even more.
This
AD
ain't
could at least
about the
25,
Lakers
27.
bench. This is about no one respecting you. Not one fan in there gave a f about you since that trade. They had a funeral for this man. They've been talking about firing. Every time you hear fire Nico, you know they're not happy with you being there. You got hurt the first game.
Yeah,
Oh,
man.
him.
But was cooking in that game, but prior to getting
Oh, man, him. Now the person that they value
Well, that first game, it
is
was
walking in this building
Yeah.
And you're saying that this is the one time that you have to gain their trust to say, hey, listen, he traded for all NBA. I'm a top 10 motherfucker here, right? Don't act like I'm some bullshit. This was your chance. They mans is coming to town. And you had a dud.
There's nothing AD could have did. No matter.
You had 27 the game before. You had 34 the game before that.
AD's
Luka
don't mean nothing.
Yes. If
But again, is AD the superstar the Mavs needed? Maybe not. But at the end of the day, we'll see what happens with AD and the Dallas Mavericks.